Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Seeds of Success podcast, hosted by Dottie San Martin and Orly Rivera. This show is your weekly dose of knowledge, insights, and actionable tips to transform centers into striking successes. Whether you're a seasoned industry professional or just stepping onto the lanes, we've got you covered. How are you doing today, Dottie?
Hey, Orly, I'm great. We're doing another episode, so this is always my highlight of the week.
Yeah, mine too. So, Dottie, today, I know we were talking a little bit earlier about, your fall meetings and what you can be sharing during those meetings. There's a lot more than just sharing league news itself. I know there's a lot more that people can be talking about in their centers, correct?
Yes, and we are approaching this topic early, but I like to kind of get everybody thinking along the same lines and kind of get, our listeners in the mindset of getting prepared for those fall league meetings. Those organizational meetings are so beneficial. That's the time where you present what lineage is going to be for the season. I like to also use it as an opportunity to communicate with the league bowler. That's where you're creating that rapport with the league bowlers. And so that meeting is so very valuable for you to make a presence and let those league bowlers know how important they are to you. Let them know what you've done. Don't just spring, okay, the lineage is going to be this much this year. Bye. Thanks for being here tonight, and leave. You need to let them know that they are important. Yes, lineage, this is lineage. If you've gone up, certainly you know how it is. They're going to want what's in it for them, right?
Yeah.
Why did lineage go up? Well, we all know electricity goes up. A lot of things go up. Labor goes up, so on and so forth. But one of the mistakes that I have seen out in this industry is that centers will do like they'll put in new scoring, and they're obviously very proud of it because new scoring has so many more opportunities that come along with it. But one of the things that's often a huge turnoff is when you go into a league meeting and you start to that you've gone up on lineage, and then you say, but I put in a new scoring system that has all these environments and all these games, and it's just fantastic, which, it is, but that's not important to them. They don't see what's in it for them. And so when you do introduce that you have a new scoring system, make sure you're introducing it, what's in it for them.
Yeah.
So why that's important to them, what it does as far as their experience on the lanes, because that's what's important to them. The games are not that important to them. The games are important to your groups, your birthday parties, your corporate groups, your open play groups, your social bowlers. But to a league bowler, they want to know what's in it for them. So if you've bought a new oil machine, that's important to them. Make sure you're letting them know that. If you introduce your staff, make them feel like their staff is there to serve them. Take the opportunity to look at everything if you've got new snack bar items, if you've introduced a kiosk into your center, why are you introducing that kiosk into the center? To enhance their experience. League bowlers should be all over the fact that they can now go place their orders at the kiosk and not have to go to the snack bar and wait and look.
Yeah, and speaking of introducing, that's a great time to introduce yourself. Maybe you're a new owner, a new manager, you have new staff, because that way they're like, they might be looking around, where's Bob that used to serve me every week? Well, Bob's no longer here, but we do have, Sherry. So that's a great time to introduce, let them know, you can let them know that you're giving them some great customer service with the staff. And then that's I don't want to say a great time for the bowlers to say what they expect, because, I don't know what they're going to expect from, because they might be like, well, Bob used to always take care of me and do this and this. So it is a great way for them to communicate and get to know each other. And, I think that's a big deal.
Right. And it is the first step in creating that rapport. Traditional leagues are in your center for an extended period of time, 30 weeks a lot of times, or more in some cases. So you want to make sure that you're starting off on a good note, right? You want them to know that you're there for them. They're important to you. And then, of course, letting them know anything that you have that's going to affect them. So, as I said, any new equipment, anything that you have that's going to be coming in the next few months. If you offer things like the auto scoring, auto export, where you have their names on the computer when they walk in, believe it or not, that's something that you may take for granted. But for somebody that's new to your center, new in league bowling to your center, the fact that they can walk in and not have to put their names on the lanes is a time saver.
Yeah.
It gives them a few more minutes that they can go grab a beer in the bar or go to the kiosk and place their order. So those are all the little things that, again, keep in mind when you go into that meeting. What's in it for them? Why? What do I need to let them know that I've done for them to make their experience here at my center better? Don't always lead with the price increase. Let that come at the end after you've shared with them what you are doing to make sure that their experience is the very best that it can be. And some, just make sure that you are leading with that. And again, when it comes to your staff, it's always better if you can put a name and a face and make it, that personal connection. And so you had a very good point. Bring in your staff members. If these are the staff members that normally work on a Tuesday night during the early league, then bring them in and introduce them and say, this is the staff that's here to serve you during your league. If you're going to have cocktail waitresses or servers, let them know, get to know, let that cocktail waitress know, get to know a little something about your bowlers so that you can make it a very personal experience. Learn what they drink, learn what they eat. Know it before you go down to take their order. It's all those little things that can be introduced during that meeting. Of course, you got to go through the secretaries, the officers have to be, voted in. You have to go over your bylaws and the prize fund and all that kind of stuff. But when you get your opportunity to get in front the new league going on the floor, make sure that you're letting them know how important they are and what's in it for them.
Yeah. And like you said, so just to recap, if you're raising lineage, let them know what it's for, especially if, it's going to benefit them. Don't be like, oh, lineage went up. By the way, did you guys see my new Ferrari out back? And my pool at home is great. They're not going to want to hear that. So let them know what it's for and that it's going to benefit them and benefit them, and they'll be excited about it.
Absolutely. And when customers see that you are putting money back into the center, they really, truly appreciate that, especially when it's something that pertains to them. So that's why I say, if you can showcase for the league bowlers the things that you've done that make their experience better, the increase in the lineage is not going to matter as much because you've told them that you're making their experience the best that you can make it, and that's important to them.
Yeah. And they take pride in it. And this isn't necessarily, I'm sure league people are the same, but I've done that before where I've posted, footage on TikTok of the center, and there's people in the comments going, oh, this is near me, or, oh, I live there. Oh, that's the center I bowl at. They're like proud to be a part of that. So when you're sharing these new things, they're going to be excited to be part of that, of your center too, and be league bowlers at your center. So yeah, they'll take, if you're taking pride in it, they're going to take pride in it.
Right. And letting them know is key. I mean, things that you typically, might not think to let them know. If you get new pins, let them be part of that journey. Show them that you're putting new pins in, and that whole experience shows them that they matter to you.
Yeah.
And it'll pay off. And especially if you let them come along for the journey and get to see what it means to put new pins in. What's the process? And yeah, we put them in 6 weeks ago before you guys, they're all seasoned. They're ready for that first 300 game that you're going to bowl. That makes them feel good to know that you are on top of all those little details as well.
Yeah, so maybe something fun. Tell them, hey guys, everyone in the league, just to let you know, we named the pin after each of you. So just a heads up, go share with your friends.
Absolutely. Have fun with it. Well, listeners, thanks so much for joining us today. We look forward to you tuning in next week for another episode of Seeds of Success as we equip you with more practical tips, ideas, and trends that will help your center grow and achieve new levels of success. Remember to share this podcast with your entire team. The more seeds you plant, the bigger the crop. Until next time, keep growing your business one happy customer at a time.